Your CPA is only as good as the numbers you give them. A lot of people they beat up their CPAs. They beat up the people, the tax accountants, because they're like, hey, I'm paying too much in taxes, or you never respond to me, or all this stuff. And the first check we do with an owner is, did you get the CPA everything that they needed? Number one, they need a clean set of books. They need to know that your profit and loss, your balance sheet, and your cash flow statement are accurate. Did the bookkeepers put everything in the proper place to be able to give them a great snapshot of where your business really was this last year? That's number one. Number two, what is your communication process with that accountant? A lot of accountants get very, very busy during tax time. So what's that established process? Do they meet with you once a quarter? Do they have some sort of standing meeting with you? Do you have to grab a calendar spot? You being able to give them what they need and then knowing what their flow of communication is half the battle. The other part of the battle is once that you actually get on a call with them to say, maybe get some tax strategy or planning to be able to implement what they give you and going back and being able to lower your tax liability as much as possible. But it starts with giving them a clean set of books. So how do we give the CPA everything that they need in order to be as efficient as possible? Like I said, number one, it's that clean set of books. You have to be working with a good bookkeeper who understands your industry, who keeps the books up to date, they're accurate, and you know that they're accurate. How do you know that they're accurate? Number one, you could get training on knowing how the books are accurate and going down and like, what's this profit and loss? What should it look like? The balance sheet, the cash flow statement, you doing your own auditing. You could hire it out. You could hire it to a fractional CFO to come and oversee the bookkeeper and then translate the numbers to you. And then that should get you, that's like the turbocharge, the secret sauce of like getting the most efficiency to the CPA. Or number three, you can see if the CPA will periodically throughout the year check on the bookkeeping. So that way they know, hey, you know what? I'm doing the taxes, but I'm also doing the books, or I'm looking at the books throughout the year to make sure that when it comes time for me to take the books from you, that they are up to date. So those can help you get the books to the CPA because they take that and they put it usually into a tax software. And usually it's a lot better than a TurboTax, and they're trying to make sure that they're putting everything in there to get you to pay as little as possible, and they're really putting it in to be like, okay, after you've reported everything and taken all the deductions and everything that you can, here's what you owe. That's where if you can get that to them throughout the year, they can also give you your tax plan. Like, okay, for 2020, whatever, if you're going out there and the next year, I want you to be able to know what's coming up this next year. How much will I have to be able to either pay into the IRS or like quarterly payments? That way you're prepared. You're prepared for the year that you're actually paying. So that way you're not always paying backwards and you're not always paying like, oh my gosh, like I have no idea how I'm going to pay this tax bill that they just told me. Because if you're keeping up the books throughout the year, they should be able to give you those tax estimates and you're paying them throughout the year. If you have a system like Profit First where you have a tax bank account, then you can be paying those taxes throughout the year from the tax bank account and not touching your profitability or your operational expenses or paying yourself. So that way you have a system for the cash. But really, being able to get the CPA, the numbers, the books that they really need consists of the bookkeeping being accurate and knowing that the numbers are accurate where you might need some help, whether it's from the CPA or from a fractional CFO, then making sure that they turn them in on time and that they're keeping them up to date and that you hand that to them in a timely fashion. And then you establish communication with the CPA of how are we going to communicate? Because it seems like all CPAs out there get super busy. I just want to know your communication process. What if I send an email? What's the turnaround time? If I ask for a call, what is reasonable? How many calls do I get with what I'm paying you? And like, is there a different option that you have if I want more access to you? You being able to have those conversations up front will save you a lot of hurt and heartache on the back end when it comes to managing the relationship with the CPA. If you add a fractional CFO in the mix, they're a financial leader that can be the glue between bookkeeping and the CPA. So that way, the CFO manages the bookkeeper, makes sure that they have everything up to date, but then also manages the CPA relationship of like, let's get on the call with the CPA. Here's what the CPA said. Here, let me help you implement the stuff from the tax side to be able to get the most tax benefit. So then you can have like that cheat code there for business, that fractional CFO to be that liaison and that point person between bookkeeper and CPA and you to make sure you're getting the most benefit from your finances as possible and being most efficient with your CPA and getting them everything that they need. Thanks for spending time with me today. If this episode gave you clarity or a new perspective, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. If you're ready to apply what we talked about today with real guidance and accountability, visit profitrai.com to schedule a free discovery call with us to create your path to financial clarity and freedom.